Welcome back. In this episode, we will learn how to work with multiple files and how to use zooming and panning. Alright, let's open two image files in Photoshop. I will select the first one and hold down the Ctrl key to select the second one. And then click open. So as you can see, by default, Photoshop open images as tab. You can click on the document tab in order to view the document. If you want, you can click and drag to reorder the documents. And you also can cycle through your open document by using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl tab. Now if I want to view multiple images at one time, then I will use window menu and arrange. Now I can tile this by vertically or horizontal. I can choose from the option here. If I want to, I can also just choose to tile them, and Photoshop will just tile them for me. Now to return to viewing one image at a time, I can choose Window, Arrange, and then select Consolidate All to tab. Alright, now let's talk about how to zoom and pan an image. There are number of ways to zoom in and zoom out an image, as well as to pan around to see different areas. If we look at the view menu, there are 4 different options here. There are zoom in, zoom out, fit on screen, and then 100%. So let's use the keyboard shortcut. We can see it's Ctrl plus to zoom in, Ctrl minus to zoom out, Ctrl 0 to fit on screen, Ctrl 1 to go to 100%. So every time I use Ctrl plus, I am going to zoom in. Every time I use the minus key, I will zoom out. If I use Ctrl 0, Photoshop is going to fit the image inside the preview area as large as it can fit the whole image. Now if I use Ctrl 1, now I have zoomed into 100% and I can see the whole image. I can only see part of it. Alright, let's zoom back using Ctrl 0 to fit in window. You also can use the little zoom percentage option in the lower left. Alright, we can also zoom in using the zoom tool. So I'll tap Z to select the zoom tool. And every time I click in the image area, Photoshop will zoom in. That's because by default, Photoshop gives me the zoom in. If I hold down Alt key, or if I just select the next icon in the option bar and I click, now I am going to zoom out. But you can also use what's called scrubby zoom. As I click and drag to the right, you can see that I am zooming in. And if I click and drag to the left, then I am zooming out. We can also use Navigator panel to zoom. I will select it from the window menu here. And at the bottom we got percentage. So if I wanted to go to say 80%, I could just type that in. Or I can use the slider around the Baby Yoda to zoom out or zoom in. And once I zoomed in, and I can click inside of the red rectangle in order to reposition the area. Alright, let's collapse that for a moment. And you will notice that once you have zoomed in, you get scroll bar on the right side as well as bottom of the image so that you can scroll around. But if I tap the H key, that will give me the hand tool, and now I can click, drag to scroll and pan in multiple directions at one time. Alright, another way to zoom an image is by using temporary hand tool. I will tap the M key and that will give me the marquee tool. If you hold down the space bar, even though I have another tool selected, I can go ahead and pan around. While holding down the space bar, we can also zoom in and zoom out. To zoom in, press and hold space bar with Ctrl. And to zoom out, hold Alt with space bar. This spacebar is temporarily giving me the hand tool. But what if I am working with multiple images? I am going to tile this by choosing window and then tile all vertically. Now these two images are two different zoom percentages. If I wanted them to match, I could choose window, arrange and then match zoom. Now if I wanted to zoom in or zoom out on multiple windows at one time, with the zoom tool selected, I could enable zoom all window and click to zoom in or hold down the option key to zoom out. If I don't want to enable this, but I just want to temporarily turn it on, then I could hold down the shift key. And you will see that I can zoom in to both images at one time. This also works with hand tool. So I'll tap the H key and you can see there is an option to scroll all windows. I can enable that to scroll both windows at one time. Or I can just hold down the shift key in order to temporarily enable it. Now in order to close your document, you can either click on the little X mark in the title bar, or you can choose File and then Close, or use keyboard shortcut Ctrl W. Or if you have multiple documents open, you want to close them all, just choose Close All. That's it for episode 2. Thanks for taking your time to watch this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take a moment to like it and subscribe my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video.